Welcome to Inside the Mind's Eye, where we explore the introspective nature of reality, isness, thusness, and all the things that are good. Welcome back. I got a bit of an update. If you're seeing this on video, you probably see this female Draenei. Her name is O'Doyle Rules, and she is a shaman on the World of Warcraft. And I want to talk a little bit about how we're going to change the format for this show. So I hit a bit of a wall last week. I recorded a bunch of times, and nothing I recorded I felt like I could use. So I've just been trying to figure out how to move forward with the channel, and I've been watching a lot of things and doing some research and just writing about it, trying to process through to figure out how to navigate and how to build this platform. I'm really into the meditation, the mindfulness, the awareness. I'm also into gaming. And I find that if I focus too much on the type of content I'm trying to create, it causes me to be like stilted or stiff, and it doesn't feel authentic. The stuff that I recorded last week, I mean, I probably spent 4 hours trying to record things, and none of it felt authentic, and I just can't share it. I can't share it if it doesn't feel real to me. So, I've just been trying to work through all that, and I kind of came to this awareness of a couple things. The first thing is I need to be producing and sharing more. I think just doing one episode a week, it builds up too much emphasis on that one episode of that one dialogue. And I also feel like every week I have to get something good enough for that one day a week that the long form stuff gets shared. And it makes it very difficult, I think. That's the first part of it. The second part of it is it's almost as if when I start talking about this type of stuff, I start to believe that I need to be a certain way. And when that crystallizes within me, no matter how hard I try or how much I put myself in front of the camera, I just can't create something reasonable. So, or at least that I think is good. So what I'd like to try now, the new type of format, is what I want to do is I want to stream regularly. So I'll load up like I'm doing now. You'll get, if you're following me, if you're subscribed, you'll see that, I guess you might be notified, or if you're on YouTube, it'll show like a symbol that I'm live. And I want to record at the beginning of my streams the same way I was doing up until now for the podcast. I'd load up OBS and I would just start talking, and I would just, whatever came up for me to discuss or to examine or to explore within myself, I would start sharing it. And that's how the stuff got made. Sometimes I would have an idea of what I wanted to talk about. Other times I would have no idea. But I'd like to try and consistently create material on a regular basis. And I think, or what I'm going to do moving forward, is I'm going to try this approach with streaming. Because right now I am live. And there could be people chatting, there could be people seeing, and there could be people watching. I'm not aware of it right now because I turned my chat off for the beginning. And so I'd like it to go kind of like this. Like the idea is, the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long I'm going to talk about whatever it is I'm talking about. Whoever's watching, if you leave any questions or you say anything, I'm not going to see it until I'm done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up cutting and editing and clipping these talks, and I'll share those through the YouTube channel as videos. So you have a couple of ways to experience whatever it is I'm doing here. You can tune in while it's live, or you can catch it when I edit it and make it look and sound better than it does right now and publish it. And you can also tune in and chime in and share your thoughts. I'd like to have a part of the episode where at the end of this monologue or the end of this dialogue, I'll pull up the chat, and before I start playing whatever game I'm playing for the week, I'll pull up the chat and I'll answer the questions, or I'll share what was shared. And that's how I'd like to do it. I'd like to try that out for now. Man, it felt good to get through it. I was like nervous about doing this today. I'm kind of uncertain, and yeah, I've been watching Renfail, and somebody gifted me like a subscriber membership to his channel, and I've just been digging into he has like 25 videos of how to make it as a content creator. And the biggest issue that I've had, which Melissa has reminded me time and time again, is I'll start something and I'll do it really, really hard. I'll go hard in the paint for about a month, and then I'll completely drop it and I'll move on to something else. It's like I go 110% until I burn myself out, and then I completely drop it, and I haven't been able to stay consistent. And after watching and listening to all of Renfail's videos, I've gotten through 3 episodes of his like 20 episode playlist of how to become a content creator. I noticed one of the things he does that I haven't been doing is producing and sharing a lot. I'll sit on my words, I'll sit on the stuff I make, and I'll start judging it and deciding that it's good or not. And I think that's harmful. It continues to build up this idea of who I think I am in my head and what I think could be helpful to another person. And time again, I've seen in my life that the things that seem to help people that I share, I'm not aware that I'm even saying them. Like they just happen. So I think I've got to put myself in a position for these things to happen more often, and I'm willing to invest the time and the energy to do it. Renfail, he gets to work. He works full time as a content creator, so he's got a good position where he's able to only play video games and record it and cut content and share it. I'm not there yet. Right now, I am working a full-time job for my family's company, and I'm supporting the house. You know, like I get Eli off the bus, and I help him with his feeding therapy and take him to his therapies, and do the dinner stuff and the dad stuff. And my time is limited for this type of stuff that we're doing right now. But I have plenty of time if I carve it out. So that's, you know, my plan is to carve it out when I can. I'm like, right now it's 9:56 on a Sunday night. I originally wanted to do this Monday morning. I like waking up early at like 4, 5 in the morning. I like it because the whole world is asleep, and I can sit quietly and in this chair and just watch what's happening when whatever's happening is happening. Like I get to experience. It's easy to experience the simple consciousness when I guess no one else is awake and the world is dark. And then I'll after about 30 minutes of just sitting, I'll start working on the computer, or the idea was I could do this. I could start talking and recording and have something done before 7:15 when I need to start cooking breakfast for Eli and getting him up and ready for school, and then I got to go into work. So I originally wanted to do this mornings before work, but I'm doing it now, Sunday night, because this has been so exciting. It's a change for me that I wanted to get through it. Plus, I don't know. The other thing about waking up early like that is I run the risk of being totally exhausted by midweek, because I'll be up at 4:30 in the morning, and then after a full day of work, and then taking Eli to swim therapy, and then cooking dinner and making dinner for the house, and then I'll have like an hour or two of video editing. And then Mel gets home, and then it's just like, if I do that over and over again, I get exhausted. So I'm not quite sure what the schedule is going to be yet. But we'll see. And the plan is like, I'm going to get this stuff fixed up and produced to be released. Like what we're doing right now, what I'm talking about right now, have it ready by Wednesday or something. I want to have a quick turnaround and kind of stay on the ball. I just think this is something I'd really like to do. I'd like to be able to share whatever it is that comes up or whatever it is I'm seeing, or just, check in and share and talk about the things that are of interest to me. And, you know, I've seen a bunch of comments, and people have been saying that the types of stuff I'm talking about are very difficult to follow and are challenging. So I'd like to become a better communicator for this type of material that I'm interested in sharing. Very esoteric mindfulness, meditation, awareness. And, but I can't force any of this stuff. I kind of have to see what happens. I just got to put myself in a position for it to be created, I think. And also play some games. Like once we're done with this, I'll switch over from just chatting on the Twitch stream, and we'll move over to, some World of Warcraft, and I can, share some stories of my days in the lands of EverQuest, or, talk about what it's like to, whatever comes to mind while I'm playing, these old MMORPGs. So if that's anything you're interested, feel free to stick around, hang around. Feel free to jump in while I'm live and post some stuff, share some stuff, or ask some stuff, and I'll talk about it on the show here. And we'll have a fun time, a very fun, good time. There was something I wanted to talk about before I move into the gaming portion of the show. I had a single note with a single word, and that word is awareness. So let me check, and I want to talk about awareness, and I want to talk a little bit about Anthony DeMello. But let me check to see if there's any chats or anything to look at right now. Doesn't look like there is. So looks like we won't have that portion of the show today. That's okay. But yeah, so awareness. And I was thinking about this because I was trying to figure out, a lot of the stuff I talk about is stuff that I've seen experientially. And there's this aspect of consciousness, this aspect of being that I have experienced in the past, but I'm not sure if I am experiencing currently. And it's a state of awareness, of stillness. And I guess the way to describe it is, everything that we experience in a moment-by-moment basis is always changing and always in motion. There is no stillness in a moment in time. There's no stillness in the now. And but because now is all that ever exists, whatever it is that's happening right now is the only thing that ever will happen. Wherever we are, or whatever we are, is always in the now. Even the past and the future, it arrives in the present. I can't be in the past. I'm always here experiencing what the mind is creating as an image of the past. But there is no past, there is no future. There's always just right now. So I was playing around with the idea that, or not playing around, but I was thinking about, everything's always changing. Thoughts are changing, feelings are changing. The people that are appearing in my life are arriving and disappearing. Every morning, and I told this to Melissa, like this morning and a couple mornings, I'm amazed to wake up next to a person, to her. Like, I'm just amazed. I can't believe that we get to share life together. And it's same with, I'll see Eli and I'll be like, holy crap, what a miracle, like that this person exists and is like the way he is. And I don't take anything for granted. I'm kind of morbid in the sense that the thought of death and the thought of life ending tends to occur naturally for me. And so I don't really, like, at any moment I always expect that I could be dead or everyone I love could be dead. It's just kind of a thing that I guess that I exist with. So, but on the plus side, it causes me to be very enamored by the fact that I get to share my life with another person or people, with other people. It's just amazing to me. And so I'm very aware of the impermanence of being, the impermanence of life, that at any moment in time, it could all end. Or the thing that I love that's around me or near me could be gone. We just never know what happens. So, and I also, along with the idea that, everything's always moving and changing, that there's no thought that ever stays, there's no emotion that ever stays. It's the weather of our lives is happening internally and externally at all times. Jobs change, what we do at our jobs change, our bodies are changing, our cells are changing every 7 years. There's all this stuff that's always, impermanent. So what is permanent was the question. And I was trying to onboard and acknowledge stillness or awareness or consciousness itself, and recognizing or seeing that as the only thing that's not the only thing that's real, but the only thing that's still. And I'm doing it right now. That's why it was quiet. Like awareness, consciousness, stillness. It is. It is still. And it's always present. It doesn't move. There's no form to it. There's no shape to it. There's no color to it. And everything that is appearing is from it, in it, and of it, as it. I don't know if I can say it's forever, though. And this is where I'm caught up. I'm caught up like the idea that this non-dual awareness or this consciousness is limitless and infinite. I don't know. I can't actually say whether it is infinite or limitless. But all these teachers, all these speakers that I listen to are always pointing to that. And my experience isn't allowing for it, because I recognize that if something were to, end this, or if my brain were to just stop, there would just be nothingness. So there would be, I wouldn't be able to say it's infinite or not. But at the same time, and this is what these teachers or these people, these philosophers that point at this allude to, they say at the same time, has consciousness ever not been? Have you ever not been here? And it's like, have I ever not? What was it like before I was? Does anybody know? And I don't. But I've had some experiences where I've melded into the void, or I've melded into the nothingness, and I've ceased to exist. And I saw the emptiness behind all form and all matter, or I was the emptiness, or I wasn't the emptiness. It's hard to explain, because it's not an experience, but it's something that I've fallen into, I guess. It's hard to, there's not many, I don't know how many words I could use to describe what isn't. And that's where it gets perplexing here. So the nothingness behind your eyes, the nothingness behind my own eyes, it is always, even when I'm not. So I guess the idea that if I were to be deleted from existence right now, consciousness would continue through you. And it would continue through whoever's listening or whoever's hearing. And the experience or the act of listening or seeing is consciousness itself. So that's, I think, what they're pointing at when they say there's no end to who you really are. There's no end to awareness, because it's manifesting and expressing itself through a myriad of forms, billions of different forms. You, Melissa, Eli, my parents, everyone I've ever known, everyone we ever will know, is an agent of this consciousness, or an agent of this awareness that is always present. So, yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking about. That's kind of the type of stuff we talk about here. If you're new, if you're just tuning in, this is the kind of stuff we talk about. It's the kind of stuff I'll probably be talking about forever, especially if people are interested in hearing more stuff about it. I like to do, meditation and sharing. This is the thing. I don't think I'm a teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a guru guy. I'm not a spiritual guy. I'm just interested in the truth. I'm interested in Dharma. I'm interested in awareness, awakening, being. I'm interested in well-being. I'm interested in transcending the things that cause us pain, transcending the problems in our own lives. I'm interested in doing that, and then being in relationship with other people that are interested in that too. So it's not, I don't know exactly what it is I'm doing or what type of material. I guess if it was anything, it's some form of philosophy, but it's really only about me. And I guess I have this assumption or this idea that maybe it could connect with other people, that maybe what I'm experiencing or what I'm seeing, when shared or when understood, could be helpful. And I just don't know though. I do know that I've shared a lot, and like I was sharing before, like I never really, whatever I say, I never really know if it lands or not, or if it's helpful, is because in meetings and 12-step meetings through the course of my sober career, when people have came up to me and said something was helpful, I didn't remember saying it. I didn't know I said it. And that's kind of what's cool about this type of stuff, is the more engaged I am, or the more I practice meditation, the more I practice awareness, the more likely cool connections like that are able to occur. And it's weird because the less it's a paradox, because me doing this type of stuff gets me out of the way. It's like some form of like exorcism. Like if I keep all these thoughts in my head, if I keep my feelings in my body, it kind of builds up tension. So I've got to be able to share and express as I move through this experience. It's, there's times for listening, there's times for sitting, there's times for not saying anything, and then there's times for sharing. And I'm kind of a sharing type guy. Like I've always felt like, for me, meditation is best done in an activity. For me, meditation works best in motion. It works best in the day-to-day experience of life. Going to work, driving to work, watching Eli, watching myself, paying attention to what's coming up in meetings, just being curious and interested in what's occurring within me as life is experiencing itself and unfolding all around. For me, life itself is the meditation. Like the idea that I get to sit here quietly in stillness is, it's something I feel lucky to get to experience. It's not something that I can actually will. Every time I've tried to will a meditative discipline or meditative technique or practice into my life, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It's like the thing that's trying to get somewhere or trying to do the thing is the thing that through meditation gets dissolved. So it's just a witnessing and a sitting and a spacing and a watching and a witnessing. So yeah, so that's I think that's all I got for tonight. I'll do one more check on the chat to see if anybody had asked some questions. Oh, we got something. We got somebody who shared something. Smiley face C5Y. So yeah, after I answer this or read this thought, we'll play some games. Play some World of Warcraft Classic TBC. So here it is. This is from Smiley face. Hi. I've been watching your videos and I love your experiential knowledge of the non-dualistic experience and was wondering if I share my perspective, you can guide me just to see. Yes. Go ahead and share your perspective and I'll guide you just to see. So here's another comment. Hi, Mark Water. We are here and we love the videos. Thanks, dude. Thanks for that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this to where it doesn't feel like it's forced. I'm trying to figure out how to keep making stuff that as we live and move through time and space as these beings. But yeah, so let's share your perspective here, Smiley, and I'll see if I can't help you guide you into the experience of seeing, just to see. Okay, maybe I can, just based on what you said. I'll start, and then if you want to share your perspective, we can go into that. But so you're wondering if I can help guide you to just see. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is just be aware of what's occurring. Like, just take a second and just, like, the fact that you can hear my words, and if you're watching, see me on a screen, that itself is the seeing. Really quickly, what can happen really quickly is right after seeing, thoughts start describing what you're looking at or valuing it or judging it. But it's just the seeing itself is all meditation is, just being aware itself. So if you're aware of me speaking, that awareness, before thought, before feeling, before coloring or value judging, just listening and trusting and allowing whatever it is to happen, just giving it permission to happen, seeing that is seeing. And that's it. And just returning to the space of seeing without, and recognizing, like the self-inquiry video I put up is like, you can play around with that. You can wonder, what is it that's doing the seeing? But you really don't. It's, if you just hang out in the seeing itself and recognize that it's happening and start noticing when thoughts are occurring and feelings are occurring and just being aware of it, that's the meditative state. And just practicing that and returning to that, over time, you'll start to have an experience with it. And that was my experience, at least, is things have changed and gradually gotten different and like, I hesitate to say improved, but there's no real improvement, because actually there is. It is. There's this non-dual guy I love listening to. I can't remember his name right now, but he talks about how there's no improvement. There's no this, or there's no that. No, the reason this is interesting, and I think it's helpful to share, is because it does make things easier and life more interesting, and experience itself tends to improve for me. So here's what you said. I conceptually know the truth, but not experientially. I know that I have to literally dissolve to this one knowing ever present, but my ego kicks in with, if I'm nothing in the space for everything. Interesting. I conceptually know the truth, but not experientially. I know that I have to literally dissolve to this one knowing ever present, but my ego kicks in with, if I'm nothing in the space for everything. Okay, so this is the first thing. You don't have to literally dissolve to this one knowing. You don't. It will happen on its own. And the moment that we're aware of it, it stops happening. So you actually won't know that you're dissolved into this everything or this nothing. The moment you think you know it, you've come back. Your ego's back. That's the trick of it. It's so sneaky. So you actually won't know it. Seeing is what is happening, okay? And then when you go, oh, I'm seeing, that's the ego again. And this is all an opportunity for meditation. Seeing, not seeing, falling into the stream of life as it's living itself through your experience, that's all it really is. There's nothing, I guess, just in my experience, just when I can pull back and be the watcher of life as it's going, and then go back into the experience of being and living as it's unfolding, that back and forth, that's liveliness. That's aliveness. That's all it really is. Something about my ego is measuring resistance and effort within the illusory of a doer, right? Something about my ego is measuring resistance and effort within the illusory of a doer, right? So, and this is the thing where I kind of part ways with a lot of non-dual teachers. Like, two things can be true at once. The ego is necessary it's not real in the sense that it's something you can grasp and hold on to, but it is real in the sense that you are a person with feelings and your own connections in this life, and you're a unique expression of the universe itself in the form of Smiley. Like that's you are a real person. Like you are a person. You're also not a person. It's learning how to live in both of these perspectives that what I think it's about. Like it's not wrong to be the one doing things. Like I've decided I'm going to read this book, and I'm going to let myself be Adam reading a book. That's fine. Then I can remember, oh, I'm actually really not. I am consciousness itself, experiencing itself as Adam. Both of the things can be true. It's like a bit of a dance. And Hi Mark Water says, never got the feeling any of it's been forced. The videos have had a very natural feel with just a genuine conversation and sharing vibe. If I'm generally happier, not sober, and it's not negatively affecting my life that much. What's your argument for trying sobriety? Argument for trying sobriety? Like, why would I think that people should try sobriety? I don't. I don't. I just, it's like, that's the one thing is I used to think that I knew what could be helpful for other people. And I don't think I could recommend anything that I do to anyone else. Like, I can see how sobriety would be helpful in the sense that I can see the positives of it, but I wouldn't know why somebody would want to if they didn't need to. Because I'm like a hardcore drug addict, alcoholic. Like I could not stop using drugs or alcohol. It was an act of grace and a miracle that I managed to get off the substances. And then when I did get sober, the reason why I've been sober ever since I started was because I knew I was going to use again. I knew I couldn't stop myself from drinking or drugging. Like it was on its way. It was going to happen unless I did something. And I remember looking at the steps on the wall and realizing I'd never done the steps, but I'd seen hundreds of people complete the steps, and they pick up their year chips and they say, I did the steps. I got a sponsor. I take people through the steps, and now my life is unimaginably great. I'm a year sober. I'm a 2 year sober, 3 year sober. I saw hundreds of people doing that. Sitting in that meeting, knowing I was going to drink or use again if I didn't do something, and looking at the steps, I was like, well, I need to do that, because if I do that, I'll have the experience they had. And it proved true in my experience. Everything that happened to them happened to me. What's your argument for trying sobriety? I don't. Fair enough. Yeah. It doesn't hurt. Like, shit, I can't really do anything. My will sucks, dude. Like I tried to stop nicotine. If it wasn't for Melissa, I would still be smoking. I was begging her to grab the vape. Like it was sad. It was very sad. So I can't even do things that, I don't have a will like that. So I can't really, if I were to try to do something, I don't know how well it would work at all. But yeah, I've never met somebody who's been sober and said it's made their life worse. That's never happened. For the first 2 months of no nicotine for me, it definitely made my life worse. I was like, this sucks. And everybody I would talk to who asked me how it was going, I'd be like, it's not worth it, dude. Keep smoking. Like, you don't want what I have. You don't want no part of this, Ricky Bobby. Yeah. I need to turn the fan on. I hope that was helpful, Smiley. Yeah, just don't try to make the ego disappear. Completely stop trying to, don't try to do, when you notice yourself trying to do something or make something happen, noticing it is the work. Being aware of it, like you're lucky if you're aware that you're trying to do something. The awareness itself, watching it, for me, I like to write, or I'll call somebody, or I'll talk to somebody, or I'll just get out of my own way. That's the whole process. And over time, it also, like, the other thing I noticed too, which is really cool, is listening to talks like this, or listening to other non-dual type stuff, or even just like completely dropping all of it and just going towards brainless, mindless stuff like video games or YouTubers that are talking about lifestyle stuff. Like, just completely drop the whole thing is also a very helpful technique to move beyond the knot that I've experienced when I'm trying to differentiate what is true, what is me, and what is real. It's like, sometimes I just got to let go of everything and do some hood rat stuff. Today was my first day without nicotine. Pray for me, brother. Prayers your way, dude. Good fucking luck, dude. It sucks. It really does. I'll commiserate with you. Awareness is always consistent no matter what I do. Yes. Yeah. Awareness is always there. Yeah, it always is. So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys so much for the questions. I'm looking forward to editing this. I'll hopefully have it out, the full video out Wednesday. We'll see how quickly I can get this stuff bounced out from live onto the channel. But now we're gonna get to, now's the time where we get to play World of Warcraft. So if you're tuning in from the YouTube, thanks for joining. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and if I go live, you can hop on and ask any questions or share your experience with any of this type of stuff. And we'll see you next time. In the words of Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan, stay excellent. Those are the Wild Stallions from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. All right, let's, now I got to change the settings because I was in the just chatting version of Twitch. By the way, this is my first ever female World of Warcraft character. Her name is O'Doyle Rules. Later, Smiley. Take care. Thanks for your questions. Yep. Let me fix this. This is the other thing, too. I want to get really good. I want to be a real boss DJ with this OBS. So I'm going to try to share what I'm doing on my screen while I'm doing it. So I'll do the browser, open up the browser. See if it works. It does work. Okay, great. So now we can watch what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Yeah. I got to go to this Twitch thing. And then I got to change the stream info from just chatting to World of Warcraft. The plan is to level up this O'Doyle Rules girl to get to Outland to do some open world PvP. That's the real plan. I think it's good now. I don't think I have to mess with that. Nice. Okay. And I think my headphones died. I gotta turn... Yeah, my headphones turned off because I was talking so much. All right, so... Is the game audio's on? Okay. Been playing WoW for 20 years and this is your first female character? It's my first female character on WoW. I'm talking about this the other day. I had a female wood elf on Classic EverQuest when I was like 10 years old. And it was the best ever. I mean, I got so much free stuff. I got in all the groups I wanted to get into. I ended up switching her and making her my main character because the game was so much easier being a female wood elf. But yeah, this is my first ever female character on World of Warcraft, though. So the plan is, what I've been doing is I'm in this Azure Mist Isle, and so I'm completing these quests. This is what I'm working on here. I'm going to do cooking. I'm fishing, cooking, and mining to make some monies. And I haven't decided what. Probably enchanting, so I can enchant my own stuff. But yeah, let's go hunt some things. Dude, the cool part about switching from all the stuff we were just talking about to this is like, oh my gosh, the game looks amazing. It's like, dude, the graphics. I think the reason I like all this meditation awareness type stuff is because it keeps me kind of stoned all the time. It's like a way of being kind of blazed without smoking weed or doing any drugs anymore. If you just meditate and like think about weird shit all the time, it kind of dumbs your brain down. Whoa, what was that? Well, yeah, with no nicotine or not smoking anymore, I haven't really noticed much of a difference in my life. I know this is going to be very motivating. I haven't noticed much of a difference in my life, except for the fact that as I continue to not be smoking and not be doing nicotine, the thought to use nicotine has occurred less and less and less and less and less. Like, it just doesn't occur so much anymore, which is I'm just grateful for that. I'm glad that it's not, because for the longest time I really wanted to smoke all the time. And it gave me a newfound respect for people that come into recovery that are getting sober, that have cravings to use drugs and alcohol. I never understood it, because when I got sober, I knew I was going to use again. So it was like, I got lucky. I never had any cravings because I was constantly in meetings and constantly, like, I couldn't be alone. I was talking to people, I was in meetings, or I was around other sober people for like over a year. But with nicotine, it's not, I could always smoke. And so yeah, I feel lucky that I've got this far. I don't know what I just did here. This is another problem I'm going to run into, I'm sure, while playing this game, is I get too into talking that I'm not aware of what I'm actually doing on this game. Can you guys understand what he's saying? Okay. What have I got? Ghost walk? Am I supposed to jump somewhere? I need to read my quests. Oh my God. I've got 40 seconds. I gotta go quick. What am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just supposed to jump off of that mountain and go towards this other question mark. Playing WoW for 20 years, hi Mark. What are you playing now? Are you playing WoW currently? And if so, what version are you playing? Oh, I forgot I got all these new spells. I've got the lightning shield. I've got the new rockbiter weapon. I gotta make sure to read these. You note a strange collection of symbols that make your mouth form the word T-I-K-T-I. The symbols on this totem seem to translate much faster. The patterns and imagery all seem to blend into familiar words. You are fairly certain the totem is pointing you south down the river. Something is at the bottom of the river itself. Find the totem of yore using the clues provided to you. Okay, so south to the bottom of the river. Oh, look. Well, I guess with Questy, it makes it a lot easier then, eh? Just shows me where to go. Which is good, because I'm sure I would spend way too long trying to find stuff. Nice little beachside filled with shells. Skittering crawlers. There's some fish jumping. Let's see. Do I have a fishing pole? I think I do. Do I know how to fish? Let's see if we can try this. Do I have the fishing skill? I do. All right, let's try this. Let's try to fish out of these. Nice. Okay, let's see if how this works. The irony of most meetings is everyone is chugging Folgers and sucking down Winstons. Sobriety is relative. I don't think I have ever played WoW. I was saying, just joking, you have played it for 20 years. How is this your first female character? Oh, yeah, I've definitely played it for 20 years. But yeah, what you're saying is true. Sobriety is completely relative. 100%. Yeah, I've been in recovery meetings. I've hung around people that are 15, 20 years in recovery who don't seem sober at all. Like people that are actively participating in the fellowship that are like, you know, you would think that something should have happened, some change should have occurred, but no. But then I've also met like people in the rooms who were like straight up Zen masters, like straight up gurus that were the dudes that are smoking those Winstons, pounding the coffees, saying the most wise, introspective, mind-blowing shit ever. And not even like, it's like it's such a weird thing that like the truth can come from smelly cigarettes and coffee. Yeah, you can be stinky as hell and still deliver the truth. I need to get some sort of a speed thing here. I think I can turn into a wolf eventually. Minerals, I got that on. Yeah, eventually I can turn into a ghost wolf, I think. Yeah, I chose the female Draenei because the male Draenei just looked really too weird for me. His like chest, he looked like his chest was pushed out too far. It's very odd looking. Oh, there it is. It's down there. Oh, wait. Can I fish in the water? Can I do fly fishing? No. Fly fishing is something that I think is awesome that I don't think I could ever do, but going to the places where people fly fish, I could do. You note a strange collection of symbols that make your mouth form the word Y-O-R. You no longer see unrecognizable symbology in the totems. The totem of Yor reads to you just as easy as your native tongue. Find the totem of Vark using the clues provided. The markings identify another furbolg den due west of here. Yor will guide you, but if you get lost, you know that you're able to take the ancient elven road in the forest leading west to reach your destination. So I got to go west. Oh, nice. Wait, there it is. Shouts out to Questy. Nice. It's going to be around that area where I can complete all those other quests too. And I got to get over here, down here. Making my way downtown. My friend and his girlfriend were breaking up, and I was spending the night overhanging, chilling on the balcony on a warm summer night, and she was and she was feeling me up and liked my vibe, and we messed around on some nasty couch. I guess this is what people are talking about in the guild chat. I don't know how long I'll be able to stay in this guild. I saw some bad words, and I've got baby eyes, baby ears. That's the other thing too. I was going to talk about earlier about thought that I was noticing this week. I was noticing that I allow myself to be too sensitive to thoughts. Like I take them, if I allow a line of thought to commandeer my consciousness, it affects me like emotionally. And I started noticing that last week. I was like, because I was like, should I be careful of what types of thoughts I introduce to my consciousness? Should I try to avoid things? And I was like, no, I got to stop doing that. So if things are uncomfortable, I need to just watch it and be present through it. I need to build up some resilience to the messed up stuff you see in the world. Okay, let's see. So I can't use either of them, so I'm just going to choose the most money. Thank you, ma'am. All right, let's get rid of this stuff to have room. I think I can make some... I think I can cook some stuff. What do I need? 4 spices? For 10 coppers. All right, let's make these real quick. Got to keep your inventory managed at this low level because I don't have any bags. Yeah, I need to get a few more eggs to get to a point where I can get some more recipes. All right, let's sell that. And I don't think I can use that. Okay, let's go to turn this in now. Yeah, we all let our thoughts affect our emotions way too much. Daydreaming about some future fictitious argument, and now I'm angry emotionally for no reason. Like, why? This makes no sense. 100%. It makes no sense. But we keep doing it. And that's the thing too, is like, if you think about your problems, think about the problems that you had at this exact moment 2 weeks ago. Are they here now? No. So everything that I think is a problem now is eventually not going to be a problem. So why do I create another problem being angry about whatever thing may or may not be happening? It's completely irrational. That's why a human being is absurd. It's just absurd to exist. And like, we're just supposed to be like, oh no, this is just normal. It's like, no, like it's not. Why would I? That's the other thing. That like, why do people? If we're listening to our thoughts in our head, isn't that psychotic? Aren't we all like a little, like all of us kind of in states of psychosis, listening to ourselves all day long? It's crazy. But I got a friend of mine who can't even. He's got this thing. He can't picture anything in his head. So if he reads books, he doesn't see scenes. He can't visualize anything. And there's there's people like that. Really interesting. I actually saw a YouTube video. A guy was interviewing a girl that couldn't picture things. It was an interesting talk. I need something from these runts. I need. Oh, do I just gotta kill him? Oh, she sounds Russian. Wait a second. This isn't good. Am I fighting with a fishing pole? What in the... We don't want that. Oh my god, did I sell my shield? Oh, dude, I'm so dumb. I sold my shield. Oh, no. Idiot. Idiot. Napoleon. Let's hope this they'll let me buy it back when I go back to the thing. I'm gonna kill this thorn strider, timber strider, because I need its eggs to work on my cooking. See, that's definitely Russian sounding, her voice there. I've got my chat GPT. I trained her to speak to me in an Australian accent because I like that accent a lot. She speaks like an Aussie. This is cool little grass, like wheat field that we're in here. What is this? Yeah. She reminded me of, she looks kind of like, her face kind of looks like the Sylvari from Guild Wars 2. Alright. I think this, what is that? Skunk? Oh my god. Hey, little skunk. For some reason, I just thought of Artie, the strongest man in the world, from The Adventures of Pete and Pete. There must have been an episode with skunks or something. Subconscious. What the subconscious remembers. Here we go. Totem of Vark. Okay. Brother. Ugh. Vark. It means justice. Free 8 Stillpine captives. Oh, then I get a new shield. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm the luckiest boy alive. Oh. Won't even let me read what I'm supposed to do. Is this guy going to help me? Alright, set them free. I am the promised one. Oh, cool, a key. I think I needed that. Unlocks bristle cages. Okay, what else? Okay, lightning shield, I got to keep that up. What else do I have here? I've got my Stoneclaw totem. If it gets heated, I can drop that and it'll cause all the furbolgs to aggro me. Let's start with this guy. I was in a guild back when Classic came out the last time. It was like a Furlborg role-playing guild, and everybody in the guild had to go get the wand that turned us into Furlborgs. It was a really fun guild. Good people. I like our role players. They're always good people. And I got to be careful when I'm fighting. I got to make sure that I've got to time my mana expenditure, my casts, time it to where I can start regenning mana and auto attacking. There's this equilibrium. that I can reach where I never have to stop fighting if I can stop casting soon enough. It's kind of a fun little mini game. Ooh, that's a good belt. I can't use that, but that'll sell. And then I always loot everything, because if you don't, it won't it'll keep the chest there and it won't respawn. So whoever finds the chest will only get the Darnesian blue. So you gotta look out for your fellow World of Warcrafters to get rid of all the stuff in there so the chest will respawn. All right, now I should stop. So theoretically, my mana should get all the way back up by the time he's dead. Yeah, that worked. Ooh, is this a better mallet? Nice. Dude, upgrades abound. All right, let's see. All right, so is there more? Are there more places to free these guys over here? Let's see. Oh yeah, here they are. I'm so used to playing hardcore WoW that I feel like I've been trained well. What was that? Rejuve? Yeah. What did he do to me? Nature damage? Ah. I'm going to throw a heal down. There we go. Yeah, quick work on him. I'm curious to find out how the shaman plays when I get to Outland with him. How they do in open world PvP. The last time I was doing open world PvP was original launch of Classic TBC, and I was a paladin. So I think I did okay. But I really want to. Oh dang it! I need another key. Let's see. Yeah, I guess all these people drop the keys. See, that was too much. I used too much mana there. Slows me down. Okay, now we're going to go to... There's this exclamation mark. I'm going to check that out on the way. I'll try to get some more keys. Yep, too much mana again. I'm doing a ton of damage. Way more damage than I'm expecting. Okay, this is because I got a higher rank in this one I forgot about. I don't even think I really need to use the lightning strikes. Although it's probably more efficient to use the lightning strikes because they... Oh, wait, never mind. This one was upgraded too. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I'll drink some food and water. He's close to dying. Get some spirit and some stamina. And drink one of these waters. That was quick. All right, let's move towards this. What is this exclamation mark? Bandits? I don't think that's a real thing. I just gotta take care of these guys. Yeah, just a few lightning blasts, and I don't need to do the earth shock. like 3 lightning blasts, and then just let it ride. 1, 2, 3. The cool thing about druids is they have that instant cast spell to heal over time. I have played druid a lot in my day. My original main character back in classic WoW and TBC and Wrath was a druid. And then when Wrath of Lich King came out, I swapped over to Death Knight because they were the best. So fun. Yeah, pre-nerf Death Knights were a good time. Yeah, this Renfail dude that I found on YouTube, man, he's been so helpful. Teaching me how to make more stuff and stream and tons of good tips. It's amazing. We live in a day and age where like the wisdom and the knowledge of our entire species is available at our fingertips. Even knowledge that we would never really know about. Like normally you'd have to like be a writer to share knowledge. Now anyone can just load their phone up and start talking and we get access to their knowledge, their experience. Oh, my foot fell asleep. No. No. Okay, where to now? All right, let's kill some runts and then go down to that island. I had enchiladas for dinner tonight, or for lunch. I haven't had dinner, but for lunch I had enchiladas that my mom made. And when we were driving home, there was a dog wandering on the side of the street, and we pulled over to help the dog, and it was really skittish. So Melissa grabbed all my enchiladas that were to go to feed the dog. But then when she was on the phone trying to call the dog's owner, the dog snuck around and started licking the top of all my enchiladas. And I realized in that moment, dang it, I'm not going to be able to eat those enchiladas. But Melissa convinced me that it's okay to eat enchiladas that were licked by a random street dog. And so I think I've decided to go ahead and eat them anyway. Tonight, after this stream. Thanks for letting me share. No. Never in a million years would I actually consider eating enchiladas that were licked by a dog, but for some reason, Melissa's convinced me that it's not as bad as I think. She's a vet. She should know what she's talking about. Plus, also, the enchiladas were really good. Plus, like, how bad could it really be? How much bacteria and germs could really be in an animal's mouth? Because they're alive, they're fine, they're not unwell. I mean, the dog did look kind of disheveled, but it wasn't coughing. Like, it didn't have a runny nose or anything. It didn't seem to be sick. So those enchiladas are fine, right? Right, you guys? Those enchiladas are fine. Yeah, I ate so much at lunch at my parents' that I haven't needed to eat since. I need only 3 more of these night sabers, and I think they're all right here. I don't. Yeah, shamans don't get pets, but they do get to be ghost wolves, which is good. And I'm gonna be enhancement for sure. Okay. I only need one more, I think. Oh, there should be one on the way. Questy for the win once again. Yep, there it is. This is a good skill. The Gift of the Naru. If I ever run out of mana and I need a heal, I can just drop that. Dude, this is nice. I've also got my Hearthstone, I think. Yeah, my Hearthstone's ready. I'll go over this island, take care of business, and then Hearth straight back to town to turn everything in. Be really nice. All right. First mount. 40 gold. 40 gold for mount and riding skill. Nice. I think I'll be able to collect that. That's why I got to mine. I got to keep mining stuff because I'll need to sell it. Somebody's saying it's 80 gold, though. My brother told me he would send me some gold, and I told him not to because I want to earn it. How did this get a thorns on it? Okay. The crawler meat is... Where does that boat go to? What the... What? Huh. Seems to be a debate about how much it costs to get a mount in TBC. Nobody seems to know what they're talking about. In guild chat. Oops. Owl Beast. Nothing worse than a resist. Okay. All right. The trader uncovered. What do I got to do here? Go to the cove and look for a flag. If the flag is there, it means a meeting is planned. Use the disguise kit when you see the flag and wait. The trader will show up. Let the meeting finish, then return to me with the identity of the scoundrel. Okay, let's... Oh my, that is not conspicuous at all. That is not... There's a giant tree right here where these people are meeting. On a beach. Yeah, that's definitely not... That's normal, you guys. What's the big idea, Spark? Make sure to drink your water. If you got water near you, take a sip. It's important. I think one of the things that's improved my life the most was every morning I drink a full glass of water no matter what. A full one of these. I'll drink a whole thing of that before I drink my coffee. And I think that has more than anything else in my life has improved my life, is a glass of water in the morning. All right. So who's the trader? Engineer Spark Overgrind. Yeah, he was at the camp where I got the quest. He's working with the goblins. Giesel. I'm going to tell on him. I'm going to go straight back to the camp and tell on you. Wait, wrong way. I can't. I don't think I can do a 10 plus quest right now, but I can find the missing fisherman. Good old carpenter's mallet. I think it, yeah, shamans can dual wield, I think eventually, yeah. No, I know they can. That'll be sweet. And I got the Wind Fury. I did play a shaman during the what was it? Season of Discovery, and it was a ton of fun. Okay, Callan. The missing. I have not come to kill you, Night Elf, and the gods did not do this. What's he talking about? What could I have done to give the gods cause to lash out to me with such ferocity? All that I cherished is gone, dead or destroyed. My family taken from me by the brutes of the forest, my home razed, my ship sunk. I am a broken man, stranded on a broken island. Perhaps you are here to finish the job. Make it quick. I will not resist. Take my life, stranger. I am too cowardly to do it myself. My hand shivers. The blade will not strike true. This guy's sad. Aw, he's a sad night elf. He wants me to kill him. He wants me to kill him because, oh, he lost his family, and they destroyed his home, and they sunk his ship. Yeah, man, that's rough. Why must I be punished so? This is like a Bible story. All right, I need to get his family's remains. I can do that. I'm going to tell him the gods did not do this. Oh no, the Draenei ship caused this damage? Okay. Dang, so our ship is the thing that crashed on his house and killed his whole family. That's messed up. All right, so I need to find the remains. I guess these people have it, these deranged owl beasts. They're all level 10. I gotta be careful. What happened? Enraged? Oh, I gotta be careful. If they can go enraged, they can cause some serious damage. Let me drink this potion. Let me set up a camp. Then I'll put down my stone skin totem. Drink some water real quick. Eat another piece of chicken. Okay. Yeah. This should help me survive a little easier. What costs more mana, this or this? Okay. This one's way more mana. Dude, they tear me up when they go enraged like that. Hold on. I gotta not cast that. Okay, I can cast it now. I got a feeling that the remains should be in there, right? I'm glad they drop eggs. Okay. How much does that give me? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. It reduces melee damage by 4. That's pretty good. How much does this cost? 25 mana for lightning shield? 25 mana for 36 damage is good too. Alright. Oh, there they are. Alright, I got them. I'll bring them back to him. Growing my beard back out. So when I first grew my beard out, Melissa was like, I don't like it. I hate the beard. And I was like, just wait. Because once you get used to this, you're going to really hate it when it's gone. and I was absolutely correct. I looked so weird once it got shaved. She was like, oh my God. And I was like, I told you, you'll actually learn to like the beard. I've seen videos of kids like crying because they've only known their dad with a beard. And then one day they shave it and they come say hello to the kids and the kids just lose their minds. They just get so scared. Okay, I think I can teleport back, but I want to go try to mine this ore before I use my hearth. Plus, I'm a couple bubbles to get to level 10. Let me level up real quick before I go back, because I get new skills. New spells, I bet. There it is. There's the ore. Ooh, 21 leather. Don't mind if I do. This is an upgrade too. Don't mind if I do at all. Yeah, I think I'm going to become an enchanter. A miner enchanter. Miner for money, enchanters for me. Enchanting for me. Do I have the... Oh, I have Auctionator, I think. I just got to go to a auction house to start it up. Let's see. Yeah, I've got Auctionator. Good. I just like the pace of play for classic WoW. It's good for streaming, I think, for talking and stuff like that. I am going to play the Midnight when it comes out on retail, though. Definitely going to try it out. I have fun on retail WoW. I had a good time on the, what did we just do? The Legion remix. That was fun. I'd never played a Demon Hunter, so I tried out a Demon Hunter. I think for Midnight, I think I'm going to play my Frost Death Knight. But I'll probably make a new character. Or maybe a druid. Is that... I should get rid of something that's less than 41 copper. Let's see. Cracked eggshells. Don't need them. All right. Oh, look, more ores over here. All right. Nice. They got cloth and everything. I'm going to need to work on my first aid because when I get to Outland, the PvP is going to be happening. And I got to be able to throw an Earthbind totem and slap a bandage on myself. If I need to. I'm going to clear up a little bit more inventory space, I think. 6 copper, I don't need it. All right, one more kill and I should be able to head on back. Whoa, cool. What's that? Is that like a Wicker Man or something? What is this? Interesting. What's he got here? Fish? Yeah, it's like a Wicker Man. They worship the harvest golems from Westfall. Nicolas Cage is in there. Screaming about the bees. Nice. Level 10. Big level 10. Let's hearth it out of here. Right? Yep. Don't need anything else. Should I? Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Level 10 plus group. Maybe when I get to level 12, I'll come back and try that. Okay, let's see. Let's sell some of this gear. Don't need that. Okay. All right. I think that's good for now. Oh, this thing. I'm going to have to hold on to all my ores until I get to an auction house. Okay. Ooh, Shaman Trainer's got a new quest for me. Call of Fire. I'm going to get my fire totem. Flame Shock. Nice. That's a good one. Flame Tongue Weapon. That's good. Strength of Earth. That's good. Very nice. All right. So I saw Ghost Wolf. When is that? Oh my gosh. Level 20? I got to wait till freaking level 20 to get the Ghost Wolf? Are you kidding me? Dang. That is a long time. Oh, I get talent points now. That's fun. All right. 18 armor, 21. I've already got better. Let's sell that. Deliver some orders. Okay. I got to go down there to turn into one more quest too. Other blue guy. Nice. There's my new shield. Still pine hold. Oh, that's a cool shield. Nice. Sweet. I like that. Oh, I got to go north. All right, I'm going to go south, turn that in, and then I'll go north. That is a cool shield. Big fan. It looks like the necklace that the Brady Bunch found in on their vacation in Hawaii. That cursed. They got cursed. Little Bobby Brady got cursed by the tiki necklace thing they found. Is there something supposed to be here? Drainy youngling? Okay. I guess not. Dude, I'm in a guild full of degenerate 20 or 30 something year old boys. It's ridiculous. I need to find a dad guild pronto. How did this happen to me? What is this guild even called? Electrolux. I don't care how hot she is. Ain't no one playing with my booty. Oh my god. Ripperoni. Yeah, these guys are having a good time. Oh, cool. New weapon. McWeak sauce meat tenderizer. Cool, I'll do that. I'm gonna get a McWeak sauce weapon. But first I'm gonna cook these eggs. Let's see. Yep, herb baked eggs. Let's make them. Perfect. Now now that I'm skill level 50, I can make the clams, I think. Okay, let's make it a clams. Make it a clams. Boiled clams. Thank you, sir. Coyote steak. Journeyman cook. Gonna have to be a good cook. Yep, boiled clams. 6. I can make 6 of them. Nice. All right, what do they do? What do these clams do? Okay, 4. That's way better than 2. So I'll get rid of my old stuff. And I'll eat those from now on. I have one more egg I can make. I just need some mild spices. Make this last egg. Okay. And yeah, I'll sell these. I don't need those. I gotta keep the ores and the stone to sell when I get to the auction house. And I think we're good. Now I gotta go kill McWeak Sauce, the trader. There he is. Oh, the Legion is our enemy here? Oh. Wait, I have a new spells. Alright, where's the flame one? Flame shock. Yeah, boy. I forgot to put the spells on. Is that everything I got? Flame shock. Flame tongue. That increases DPS by 4. This... I don't know which one's better. Probably Flame Tongue since it's the newest one. When do I get dual wield? I forgot to look at the trainer for that. Or maybe it's a talent. All right, mace, one-handed mace or two-handed mace? Let's do... Which one looks cooler? Discipline stick? Meh. Yeah, that looks cooler. Let's do that one. All right. Nice. All right, let's throw a flame tongue on it. And then we'll sell this. And then we're home free. Cool. All right, let's pick out our talent. When do we get dual wield? Do we get it here? I guess it must be a... Must be a skill that we train. Oh my gosh. No, it's down here. Dang, how many levels? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35? I have to wait till I'm level 35 to dual wield? No, more like 40. Dang. This is classic. So what am I supposed to do until I'm 40? Sword and board it? Get a two-hander? These are cool crystals. This is the... Is this their spaceship? It looks like an actual town or city that was built. The Exodar. Maybe they built this around the spaceship. Oh, dang. Here's all the people talking. Single dad looking for work. Max lockpick in Stormwind. Oh, cool. Elephant. Wait, what was I supposed to do? Speak with Vorkon the Elec herder on Bloodmist Isle? Follow the road north from here, and when it forks, keep going north. Oh. I guess up here? Do I need anything in here? I should probably go in here. See if I can't sell the ores that I have. Where is there's a button that I can do to try to find it, right? Show icons for the yeah, auctioneer. That's what I need. Maybe a banker? Nah. Just a auctioneer. Maybe a weapon master? Nah. Alright, where's the auctioneer? There he is. Perfect. It's cool music in here. My man, the cook. Alright. And we'll go over to this giant pink crystal thing. It doesn't feel like a spaceship in here. Feels like just a city made out of a crystal. Dude, I run so slow. Oh wait, is that a... Yeah, there's a stable master. Alright, let's sell this stuff. Well, first let's update everything. I've never heard that diss before. You're so open-minded, your brain fell out. You're so open-minded, you got no brain. That's a Zen master. I might be able to buy some bags here too. Dude, this full scan is taking a while. It's like freezing the computer. Dude, there must be way more people than I realized playing this game. What is happening? It's just the game lagging because I'm doing a full scan? Error? Oh, I can't even do it again. Dang, that sucks. All right, let's try to sell this. How much money is they going for? Copper ore. So looks like a silver piece, a silver 13 a piece, a silver 80 I could sell, a silver 80. Okay, we gotta do some math. Silver 80 times 5. It's hard to really tell. $1.90, $1.06. I mean, a silver 6 per unit. That's the better deal then. 34 cents per unit. 2 silver per unit. $1.90. 188, 199. So the cheapest ones are going for 189. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed. $188. I guess it's cheaper than I thought. I could probably put it at 170 and be okay. Let's do that. There we go. Let's do that. $170. See, 85. Not much difference. 34 versus 37. Let's put it there. And then we'll put that one at 172. All right, let's see how much linen cloths are going for. 15 copper. I'm going to keep those. Rough stones, 12 copper. Let's sell them for I'll sell them for 20 copper, see if they'll sell. If not, I can just take them to the merchant. Okay. All right, now let's find some backpacks. Linen or woolen bags. Let's find container, bag. How much is the woolen going for? Okay, woolen is going for 13. I think I'm just gonna buy the yeah, I think I'm just gonna buy the linen bags. 3 of them. One, two. Uh-oh, I lost it. Wait, what the? Well, the 2 silver 21's gone now. All right, that's all I'm going to spend. Oh, somebody bought the copper ore already. All right. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Much more space. All right, let's run it back. Get close to closing up here for the night. Eat some food and hit the hay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to do in here. The Hippogriff Master, but I don't know where he is or how to get to him. I think it's outside, actually, anyway. If I remember correctly. Always want to talk to the Hippogriff Masters when they're around. Furlbolg Jorkers. All right. Doesn't know any flights connected to this one. Let's see. Maybe I camp here, and when I get back, we can start heading north, because I'm in a rested area. Let's see. Yeah, we can continue the adventure up north. Maybe, hopefully tomorrow. Where's Bloodmist Isle? Is this it? Oh, that's Teldrassil? I didn't realize we were so close to Teldrassil. Huh. And Darkshore's right there? But where's Bloodmist Isle? Oh, up here? It is up here. Interesting. Okay, this is like a whole other area that I didn't even know about. Level 11 and 12. And then I guess this area, level 10 stuff I can finish up. So I'll do that. I'll come up here, I'll do this, and then continue north to Bloodmist. And then I'll catch that flight if I need to come fly back here to turn in the quest. Perfect. That's the plan for tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, we'll figure out what we're doing as we enter this new format for making the stuff. Love, peace, chicken grease.